Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG information series. We have been doing this information series on states over the last 2 weeks, and we've also covered quite a bit of rules and regulations as far as All India Counseling is concerned and deemed universities are concerned. In case you haven't seen any of those videos, just go back and see these videos. Over the next 2 months, we have suggested what to do over the next 2 months in detail, especially with respect to evaluation of seats, looking at possibilities and the certificates and documents required. So certificates and documents have to be ready before the next 2 months when the counseling starts, and evaluation of seats have to be done, which is basis your preference orders, basically which will be basis the possibilities that exist. You will not be able to evaluate all 5,000 seats, 4,500, 5,000 seats combinations which are available, but you might be able to evaluate what is possible for you, and that possibilities can be taken from last year's information. Today we will be looking at Maharashtra state counseling. Maharashtra state counseling, before even we start, Maharashtra is not what is termed as an open state. What is an open state? An open state is one which has seats which are available for all candidates across India, irrespective of domicile. A percentage of private seats are there in some states. Maharashtra doesn't have that specific open set of seats. In case you do not belong to the state of Maharashtra, or you are not an MBBS from Maharashtra, you will not be eligible for Maharashtra, except for NRI seats. NRI seats you will be able to apply, but private institute seats in Maharashtra are not available for all candidates, except for two sets of candidates. One is an MBBS from Maharashtra, another domicile of Maharashtra who have done their MBBS through All India Quota or AIMS institutions. Now we'll start with this eligibility and the set of seats. First, basic eligibility is something that we'll look at after we look at the set of seats. What are the set of seats available in Maharashtra state counseling? Maharashtra conducts a combined counseling for government and private institute seats. One prospectus, one information bulletin, one registration, choice filling, allotment and joining. So there are usually 4 rounds. We'll come to that. The seats that are allotted are 50% of seats in government or government aided or corporation institutions in Maharashtra. Maharashtra has corporation institute medical colleges as well. So 50% of these are available in Maharashtra state counseling. Now the rest 50% of government institutes and corporation and government medical colleges go to All India counseling. Second, you have another 50% of private institutes which also come under government quota, which unaided private institutes or minority institutes, 50% of those institute seats also come under the government quota, which is also under this counseling. The rest 50% basically of the unaided private institute seats, minority institute seats, those also come under the state counseling. They are specifically called as institutional quota. Some of these are also available for NRIs, 15% of these for NRIs. So basically 50% of state government or corporation medical college or government aided institutes, and all the private institute seats in Maharashtra are allotted through the state government quota counseling. So if you're looking at Maharashtra private seats, you should attend this counseling. For being eligible for this, the basic eligibility is if you belong to VJ or NT or SBC and SC ST categories, then 40% is the criteria. Let us say you belong to OBC NCL, in India, in All India counseling. You have selected that, and you also fall under one of these categories, VJ, NT, SBC, you will be eligible. Let us say you don't belong to OBC NCL in All India counseling. Maybe because you are not part of creamy layer. Maybe because you are part of the creamy layer, you are not eligible. You do not belong to OBC NCL in All India counseling. Second, because you are your caste is not part of the central OBC list, you do not belong to the OBC NCL. In that case too, if your caste category belongs to any of these VJ, NT, SBC castes which are listed down, you will still be eligible for Maharashtra state quota counseling if you fall between 40 to 50%. So this criteria candidates, you don't need to worry about what is OBC NCL in All India. Just go ahead and apply for Maharashtra. Let us say you've missed applying as OBC NCL in All India. Don't need to worry. You will still be eligible for the category under Maharashtra. This is a separate application form. Your PWD is 45% and your EWS is 50%. Now we come to Ineligibility for the seats. Three sets of candidates are specifically mentioned as ineligible. Any candidate who was admitted in a PG seat in the last 2 years and did not join the seat, resulting in a lapse of seat. So basically they did not join and the seat lapsed. This happens if you resign after the admission deadline in the first year, second year, etc. Or in case you resign after the last day of just around the last year, session of admission, last round of admission, and the seat lapses. In that case, you will not be eligible for the next 2 years. If you have done that during the last 2 years, you will not be eligible. Candidates who are registered for PG diploma and pursuing the course, they are not eligible. So at the time of application form, you are registered for PG diploma pursuing the course, you will not be eligible. Candidates who are pursuing a PG course are also not eligible, and candidates who have already completed a PG course, very clearly see this. If you have already completed a PG course, though NMC does not have any regulation saying that you are not eligible for another PG course, Maharashtra does not allow you to take another seat under the state quota. So in case you already completed your PG, under the state quota, you are not eligible for government institutes. But however, if you have already completed a PG course in one specialty, you move on to another PG, you can take another PG specialty in a private medical college. That is allowed under the rules. So if you are looking for a second specialty, you can do that in a private unaided or unaided institution. Now eligibility for Maharashtra is the most crucial thing. We know that Maharashtra is not an open state. Every seat is available for this set of candidates whom we are mentioning, except for the 15% NRI. All seats are available for this set of candidates subject to reservation. Category 1, anybody who has passed an MBBS from Maharashtra, irrespective of wherever you are domiciled from. If you had passed MBBS from any institute in the state of Maharashtra, it can be under MUHS or a deemed university, you are eligible for the Maharashtra counseling, state counseling for both government quota seats and private seats. Candidates who are Maharashtra domicile, you are Maharashtra domicile, but you did your MBBS from another state institute. If you had taken that MBBS seat through All India counseling or through All India quota, 15% All India quota, very clearly 15% All India quota, which is government seats, and AIIMS or central institutions, if you have done your MBBS from these institutions and you are domicile of Maharashtra, you are eligible for Maharashtra state, government quota and private quota seats other than NRI. So PIO, OCA and foreign candidates were not eligible till last year, but this is subject to court decisions. Very recently in the first week of February, the Supreme Court there was a judgment from the Supreme Court on the OCA case, which has some implications. We have a separate video on that. If you are an OCA candidate, you can go through that video and then check. FMGs are not eligible for Maharashtra state quota counseling. If in case you are an FMG, you will be eligible only for NRI quota seats. Whether you are a domicile of Maharashtra, it doesn't matter. FMGs are not eligible. Now, as far as OCAs are concerned, please note this. If you are an OCA, please look at the video. There might be some change in eligibility based on the Supreme Court judgment. Bond rules. In case you are a candidate who has done your MBBS from Maharashtra, you are supposed to complete your 1-year bond before appearing for the Maharashtra state quota counseling. But you have a 2-year timeline to appear for the Maharashtra state quota counseling after your completion of MBBS. So let us say you completed your internship on or before 31/3/2021. That is 31/3/2021, 2022 and 2023. 2 years have already passed. So you would have appeared for 2021, 2022. You will not be eligible for 2023-24 counseling unless you produce a bond release certificate. Whether either you should have done your 1-year bond during this period, or you should get the bond release certificate by paying the penalty or the amount that is mentioned. In case you have done your MBBS and you completed your internship after 31/3/2021, you can appear for this year's counseling. There is no issue. This timelines are as far as the last year's prospectus adjusted for this year. You can look at the prospectus for this year again. Now this internship date is only with respect to 2 years bond completion. Don't confuse it with current eligibility. And second is for those candidates who did their MBBS prior to 12th October 2017. This entire GO came in at that point in time. So those who did MBBS prior to that, they are not supposed, their retrospective effect implementation was not there, so they don't need a bond release certificate or a bond submit certificate. They are eligible straight away, irrespective of whether they completed the bond or not. Now we come to seats, how seats are split in Maharashtra. After looking at this, we look at the round rules, which are which changed last year and which are very critical for Maharashtra. We will be dealing with everything in detail in this session, and then we will also be redoing the entire session during the time of counseling. In case you want right information, we have a Telegram group which has been, the links are available over here. Please join the Telegram group which is available in the pinned message, and we answer every query. We also have state-wise Telegram groups. The links will be available in the, once you join the Telegram group, we will be sharing the link. For Maharashtra also, we have started answering queries, and many candidates have been posting queries and getting their doubts clarified in the Telegram group. Seat split, how are seats split in Maharashtra? We will look at that. 50% of government aided institute seats, government aided institute seats are under Maharashtra government quota. So this is called government quota. Similarly, from unaided private institutions, except for minority institutions, there is one minority institute which is IIMSR Jalna. Except for that, 50% of seats in all the unaided private institutions come under government quota. Why is this distinction? There is no distinction in eligibility, you should see that. But this 50% are at a different fee structure as far as Maharashtra is concerned, a slightly lower fee structure than the other seats. Now the next 50% of the private institutes, the other 50% come under institutional quota. 15% of those seats can be NRI, which is mentioned over here. So basically, under the government quota, you have 50% of state government or corporation medical college institutes, and you have 50% of private institute seats which come under the government quota. And unaided private institutions, institutional quota is a little on a higher fee structure range. We will also look at that. Minority institutions have a different split where the institutional quota remains the same with an NRI split. But the 50% of seats which are under state quota, it doesn't, there is no 50% under state quota. They come under the minority, they shall be filled by minority candidates, and sorry, this should be minority. They shall be filled by minority candidates, and in case they are not filled by minority candidates, then their seats are reverted back to state quota. So that is how the rest 50% works in minority institution. Only one institution, which is a Muslim minority institution. Now, in-service quota, within the state government quota, there is an in-service quota. We will look at that at a later point in time. Basically, out of this 50%, 1/5, that is 10%. So let us say there are 1400 government quota seats, then around 260-70 seats are available for in-service quota. That is approximate number that you can take as far as Maharashtra is concerned. That is the approximate number that is available. Now you have the NRI quota, which is, we'll just quickly go through the NRI quota details. In case you are an NRI candidate, we'll possibly run this again. You can in a detailed session too. See, basically you should be NRI, or a candidate, or your sponsor should be NRI. Second, it doesn't, domicile is not relevant here. Any candidate across India is eligible, and sponsor can be father, mother, real brother, sister, or if any of the below who consider the student as a ward. The entire list is mentioned over here. This is in line with whatever regulations are there for the deemed universities, which is first degree relative should be an NRI up to the first degree maternal cousins. Now, in case you should produce a document which as evidence which proves that they have taken you as a guard. In case you are going for this set of relatives who are appearing for who are going to sponsor you, you will have to do that. First one is, what is the proof required? Affidavit of the claimant or sponsor with the full identity, etc. The format is available in the Maharashtra provides every format that is required in the brochure, which makes it very easy for you. So the format will be available in the brochure. If required, we can also share that. If you join our groups, you will have all the formats. Passport and visa of the sponsor, proof of residence like mentioned over here from the country for the sponsor, proof of residence showing the continuous stay abroad. This can also be in the form of an embassy certificate. The embassy certificate confirming NRI status, if it also has the dates, the number of days that they have stayed, that is enough. And a foreign bank account passbook with copies, etc. So you can just go through this. These are the clear documents required. candidate has to provide a proof which with full proof with the relationship with the sponsor clearly mentioned and signed by the candidate or parents. This is the format that has been provided, and family chart has to be provided for Maharashtra. Be very clear, you have to provide a family chart in the format, and other certificates which are mentioned over here, which are required for all the members in the family tree. This is a very strict process as per whatever is mentioned, but there as long as you are genuine and go ahead with the certificates, it should be accepted during the verification. Reservation, state government seats are there, right? 50% of state government seats are there in Maharashtra. This is the reservation for Maharashtra. EWS is applicable for the state government seats. And you have private institute seats, right? Private institute seats, how are they split? 50% comes under the government quota. Among this, half of these seats are split like this. Basically, out of the total seats, 25% carry reservation and are available under government quota. This is the reservation that is available, almost half of whatever is available under government quota. This is 6.5% of total seats. Let us say there are 200 private seats, 6.5% would be 13 seats available for SC and SC candidates converted to Buddhism. A reservation is only for Maharashtra state domicile candidates. You will see a lot of candidates creating confusion regarding this. Don't fall for that. If you are an MBBS from Maharashtra but you are a domicile or of a different state, you will not be eligible to claim reservation. You will be eligible only under the open category. PWD candidates have a horizontal reservation. The disability certificates are exactly like in all India. You will have to get it from the 16 or 17 disability centers across India. 1% of seats are reserved for orphan category through a certificate. You can avail that in case you belong to the category. Now, service reservation. This is a crucial factor. Last year there were many issues, representations, when service quota was provided, 20% of seats of the total. Like we had 50% of seats, right? What we mentioned as 50%, 20% of government quota seats, 20% of those are reserved for in-service candidates. This was in 2022-23. The number of candidates who participated or took those seats were less than those 20%. Many of them were very good seats, and those seats that created an impact, yes, for sure, but the number of candidates were less. There were even clinical seats which actually got converted to open seats because in-service candidates did not take those seats. The initial impact expected was huge in terms when it is 20%. It was not up to that, but though there was an impact. In addition, the in-service candidates also get a 30% up to, if they had worked for 3 years in rural, remote and difficult areas, they are eligible for these seats. Now, in-service quota is a specific set of seats, some seats reserved for them. For that, they get 30%, up to 30% incentives, and a rank list is prepared, and based on that rank list, those set of seats are allotted. In-service candidates can also participate in the open seats. When they participate in the open seats, no 30% incentives are added upon. They will just have to be, they will be allotted as per the merit list only. They will not compete as per the open, with the 30% incentives. The 30% incentives stay with the in-service quota for which they are eligible alone. So beyond that, that will not be an impact. Minority NRI, we already said, minority seats are earmarked for minority community students within the state domicile of Maharashtra only. Again, this query comes up whether I am a Muslim minority or can I take a seat in I did my MBBS in Maharashtra but from another state. Will I be considered Muslim minority? No, you will not be considered as a Muslim minority. It is only for those from the state of Maharashtra. The link is available for the application or notifications. When the application comes up, we will also go through a proper demo. You can apply with the link provided, and there is a 3,000 rupees refundable, non-refundable registration amount required in addition to a security deposit which was introduced last year. First time they introduced a security deposit. What do you need to do? Just log in with your application, fill in your application form. Very simple process. Download the printout of the application form. After that, you will have a provision to upload your scan copy. Note that after downloading your application form and your receipt of fee payment, then you will have a provision of uploading your scan copy. You will have to upload color scan copies and in PDF format. List of applicants is then published. Then Maharashtra will call for a verification, a document verification. You will have to go for the document verification. After the documents are verified, a certified merit list the validated merit list is published, that will have your SML or your state merit list. As of now, Maharashtra candidates may not have a correlation between all India rank and state merit list. Wait for that. Nobody can predict anything, but last year's references are available. We'll show it in the portal to ZyNerd on how quickly you will be able to refer your all India rank for closing ranks. For in-service candidates alone, applications have to be forwarded through the respective establishment to the DHS, and it should ensure that every information is available. Now here you see what are the certificates that are required as far as uploading is concerned. This has every certificate that is required. You can pass at any point in time and then look at these certificates by pausing the screen over here or this video at any point in time. Non-creamy layer certificate, validity up to 31/3/2024 is required. This most likely will be possible only if you take it after April 1, 2023. Check that. Similarly, for EWS, validity for 2023-24 is mentioned. So wait for April and then possibly take a certificate, or check now itself. If you take it now, whether it will be valid for 2023-24 may not be, just check on that. PWD certificate is as per the PWD Act. In case you belong to Maharashtra domicile but did your MBBS outside, then a letter from the dean is required or the principal that the candidate studied under All India Quota. It should mention that they studied under All India Quota, or they studied in AIMS or in a central government institute. And now this is the list of certificates for if you are if you completed your MBBS internship before 31/3/2021 and after that 2017 deadline, then those 4 years alone you may have to produce your bond release certificate. And this is the complete list of certificates. At the time of physical verification before merit list is shared, you have to get these originals, some of them printouts like NEET PG admit card etc., to the verification center, and at the time of admission too you will have to carry these. So clearly it is mentioned what you need to carry, how many copies. At this level of detailing, I am not sure how many would do. This will give you complete information. You can start looking at those documents that you are missing even now. Round-wise rules. Before we move on to the next one, we come into a very important part, which is round-wise rules of Maharashtra. Last year, after a lot of confusion in the previous year due to Supreme Court cases, Supreme Court directing Maharashtra multiple times to change the process, even after Supreme Court directing Maharashtra to change the process, the state coming up with something or the other which actually angered the Supreme Court, etc. So finally this last year, some clear set of rules were published. Whether these rules benefit some set of candidates, don't benefit, do not matter. At least the rules were clear prior to the counseling, except for one or two. We will look at these rules in detail. This will really help in making choices. You will be able to get your preference orders. You will be able to evaluate institutes to some extent. If you are from Maharashtra, you will be able to do that for your courses. Rules, if you miss out, there is an issue. That is why in ZyNerd too, we continuously support on calls on rules and regulations, because a wrong choice in a particular round, assuming a different rule, will result in possibly getting you a less deserving seat, lesser preferred seat than what you actually could have got, than what you deserve. So we'll go through this in detail. Round 1, round 2, mop up. These are the rounds in sequence, followed by the online stray vacancy round for government or corporations or government aided colleges. The stray vacancy round for institutions which are private or unaided institutions is offline at the institute. Hold on to that. As far as we are concerned, now round 1, round 2 and mop up happens for both government and private institutes. Whenever we say government, it also includes corporations, corporation medical colleges from now on. Round 1, round 2, round 3 is fresh choice filling, first thing, which means unlike what used to happen in 2021 or before, every round has a new choice filling now. You will go to round 1, fill in a set of choices, and then after allotment, joining, etc., you go back to round 2 for some other choices. Your earlier choices will not be there. You will have to fill a new set of choices, so be very clear about that. Round 1, you fill in fresh choices. If you join the allotted institute and you are willing to upgrade, they will ask you whether you want to fill a status retention form. The status retention form is only if you wish to retain that seat and not go for any other seat in Maharashtra counselling or probably even in All India counselling. So just though it does not reflect in All India counselling, if you are absolutely sure that you don't want to join any other seat, then fill the status retention form. If you are round 1 allotted, you join and don't want to look for upgradation in round 2, don't fill the status retention form. This is very straightforward. Status retention means that is my final seat as per my preference order. I am happy with the seat, I am going out of the counselling. Only in that scenario, fill that status retention form. Status retention form filled, they can resign. See, there is a confusion as far as the prospectus goes. At one page they have mentioned that they cannot resign, and on another page, and there is no free exit. In another page they have mentioned that they can resign. So last year what happened is, anybody who filled the status retention form can resign till a stipulated date. They will mention a date before round 2. In case they don't resign within that date, they will not be able to participate in round 2 at all, and their round 1 seat will be considered their final seat. There will be no upgradation possibility, and the seat will also not be there in round 2. So see, we always suggest, if you are in doubt, don't fill the status retention form. There is a way out in round 2 to retain the same seat because of after last year's rules. So clear? Round 1, willing, joined and then willing to upgrade, don't fill the status retention form. Round 1, joined, whatever be the case, don't fill the status retention form if you are in confusion and you want to keep choices open. Tomorrow there might be some change. So it is a highly, filling the status retention form is just a confirmation for yourself as far as the rules go. We'll tell you why too. And second, round 1, allotted and did not join, you will not lose your security deposit. It is free exit. You will be eligible for the next round. And in the same case, joined at round 1, allotted, joined and resigned within some date. Let us say you have joined and then resigned within some date. You will still be eligible. The stipulated date, what is mentioned, can attend R2 with the same registration. It is free exit in round 1 for those who joined. So the basic thing in this entire thing is, 1, unless you wish to, you're absolutely 100, 110%, 200% sure that this is my final seat, don't fill the status retention form. Round 2. For those who are allotted and joined in round 2, you are allotted a new seat in round 2, let us say you join the seat. Then, or you are upgraded to a new seat, which is again allotment in round 2, you join the seat. You are not eligible for any further rounds. That is your final seat. Round 2, allotted and you did not join, let us say. You finally ended up not joining at all. Your security deposit is forfeited. You will be eligible for mop-up round through fresh registration. This is what the PGMET regulations state, and this is what All India Counselling also follows. Round 2, you retain your round 1 seat. Be very clear on it. There is confusion on this, but we don't want you to be caught up at the last minute without understanding this rule. You get a seat in round 1. You join the seat and then you move on to round 2 looking for a better seat for upgradation. You fill choices. You did not get a better seat. You will retain your round 1 seat itself. Good. But you will not be eligible for further counselling. Last year we saw 2 deviations only, but almost all other candidates who have retained their round 1 seat in round 2 were not eligible for any further counselling. They cannot resign their seat too. There is no free exit, what is mentioned in the prospectus, but like All India, Maharashtra may be following a rule. So be very clear about it. If in doubt, we'll still get back with candidates and then confirm it later at a later point in time. So basically, these are the 3 rules that you need to be very clear about. If you join a round 2 seat, you are not eligible for further rounds, is a major one. Same for retention of All India, retention of state round 1 seat. Note that after round 1, you can move on to state round 2, right? Similarly, after taking your state round 1 seat and joining it, you will be able to resign the seat and move on to All India round 2. That is possible always. State round 1 will give a date till the end of the counselling, till the end of All India round 2 results. After All India round 2 results too, you will be able to resign your state round 1 seat for a few days and then join the All India round 2 counselling. Mop-up round is very clear. We already told that anybody who is holding a seat in All India round 2 or state round 2 is not eligible for mop-up. So if you join the seat in any of these, you will be debarred from mop-up straight away. And similarly, if you are allotted in mop-up and you don't join the seat, you will not be eligible for further rounds, unlike round 2 where you may be eligible with a fresh registration in mop-up. But in mop-up, if you are allotted and you don't join, that is the end of Maharashtra counselling for you. Come back, that's the end of counselling. So keep your choices very clear in any round. Don't just block or add a choice that you don't wish to join. Allotted and joined in mop-up, again not eligible for any other counselling. So basically you are allotted in mop-up, you are out of the counselling process. Note that your mop-up choices will be taken for stray round. There is no fresh choice filling in stray round. Stray round happens online for government institutes. For government institutes, automatically seats get allotted. People are allotted in, candidates are allotted in mop-up, they don't join, right? These seats become vacant. Some seats are, so all these vacancies come in as mop-up vacancies after mop-up for this online stray round. Now, in the online stray round, based on your mop-up choices itself, you will be allotted these set of seats. So, what happens is, let us say somebody just above your rank filled in a choice that you wanted. You filled in the same choice as a first choice, you did not get it. You did not get any other choice too, you just wanted that choice. That candidate above your rank did not join the college. Then this will come in as a vacancy in online stray round, and as choices, same choices are processed, if nobody above you, again between you and that candidate had filled in that choice, you will get that choice automatically, no need to fill choices. Now this is something that you need to be aware of. And who is eligible for stray? Everybody who was registered for mop-up. Now one thing to notice, not only fresh choice filling was there in mop-up, but registration may also be there in mop-up. Last year before round 2, that is at the time of round 2 fresh choice filling, there was also fresh registration which happened last year. Why did it happen? That happened because the revised cutoff eligibility was published during the just before the state second round. All India round 2 got over this year, but the prospectus said this will be available only at the time of prospectus said that fresh registration will not be available for round 2, but only at the time of mop-up is what the prospectus said. So don't expect that this will happen in round 2 this year. Always register right from round 1 if you are interested in any institute in Maharashtra. If you are reduced cutoff, you are waiting for reduced cutoff, obviously whenever it reduces you will be eligible for it. What is the fees for Maharashtra PG medical seats? We will close it with this and the service bond and penalty, and look at something very important, which is how to look at information as far as Maharashtra counselling is concerned. We have it in detail over in ZyNerd. Just hold on for another 5 minutes on the fee, etc. We will just briefly go through it. From last year onwards, there was a security deposit. The security deposit of 25,000 or 12,500 for candidates who constitutional reservation based candidates was to be paid for government seats. In case you are applying for government and private seats, you are interested only in private seats or government and private seats, you have to pay 1 lakh, only then you will see private institute choices. 3,000 is a refundable amount, 25,000 or 12,500 or 1 lakh is a refund, 3,000 is a non-refundable amount, but this is refundable provided you follow certain, provide the right choices based on rules. Here, when will your security deposit be forfeited? It will be forfeited in 3 cases. Round 2 you are allotted, you did not join. Round 3 you are allotted and you did not join. Or stray if you are allotted and you did not join. In these 3 cases, or when you resign after round 2 by paying a penalty, you will not get your security deposit back. Tuition fee, it is mentioned over here very clearly. MGIMS Varda tuition fee is inclusive of hostel, other charges, etc. for the entire year. So don't take it at it. MGMS Varda is around 1,03,900. What is mentioned over here is the tuition fee alone. It is 1,14,000 or something, including other fee, etc. It is to be paid directly to the institute. This 25,000 will be paid to the CET cell when you are registering for the counselling. This has to be paid directly to the institute. Other fee like admission, security deposit, etc. will be paid extra, but 1 DD for the tuition fee has to be paid separately, and there's an insurance DD also that needs to be taken. You can check with, once you go there you will get all the information, or you will be able to take it from a nearby bank. Government refund of the tuition fee, like we mentioned, this is not the security deposit, but when the tuition fee will be refunded. When will the tuition fee be refunded? in case you resign your seat at any point in time within the stipulated deadline. This is usually before R2. So after R2 joining, this does not happen. So before R2, in case you resign within the stipulated deadline, like R1, you join and then resign before, for a state R1 you join and you resign for all India R2 within the deadline, then only 1500 is supposed to be deducted and the rest of the amount refunded. This is the same for private medical colleges too. So nobody can deduct an additional amount. Private institutes, in case you resign post that, no refund is there, but there is a penalty too that we will come to. Private institutes, in case you resign after the deadline, you will have to pay the complete 3 full year fee, because the institutes, the seat would lapse and you will have to pay the fee. The only deviation that is there, or relaxation or flexibility is there, is in unfortunate case of a candidate expiring or becomes unfit for the PG course for medical reasons, then full refund shall be made. That is a specific clause that you might want to know. Government quota, you can see the preclinical fee structure over here. For preclinicals, this is the approximate fee structure. This includes private medical colleges too. That is why it is up to 12.24 lakhs. This is not for government seats, this is for private seats. Similarly, government quota seats, paraclinicals are up to 11.5 lakhs and clinicals are at around 14 lakhs for government quota private seats. The 50% which come under this. Management quota may be up to even 55 lakhs and NRI is up to 70 lakhs as far as clinicals are concerned. The lowest itself is like 7 lakhs, which may be lower, less preferred clinicals in government quota, and 24 lakhs in NRI or other seats. Now the last one, we'll just end the presentation with this and then move on to the other part, which is looking at information for Maharashtra, which is also very crucial. Service bond and penalty exists in Maharashtra. There is a 1 year service bond and a 50 lakhs penalty. No relaxation. You will have to work on. Usually, most of the candidates do this service bond. It will be good. I mean, and this is applicable only for government institutes. If you are in a private, joining a private unaided institutes, no bond is applicable. This is a clear GO from government that no bond is applicable for private institutes. Service bond for candidates joining Tata Memorial and BARC, 1 year or 25 lakhs. And I don't think there is any service bond for All India Institute of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. Now, and you have government institutes or IIAPMR which have a seat leaving penalty. Service bond is different from seat leaving penalty. Service bond is for your after the completion of your MBBS, so PG, you do this 1 year service, right, in a government or a government medical college or a hospital or a defense service. That is the service bond. In case you discontinue your course in the first year, let us say after 6 months you discontinue your course, what is the penalty that you need to pay? Or you discontinue at some part, let us say in round 3 or round 4, but it results in a lapse of seat. After joining you discontinue, then this is the penalty that you need to pay. Government institutes, it is 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs for seat lapse and 10 lakhs for non-completion of course. This is how it is termed. Basically it is 20 lakhs, you have to pay 20 lakhs. MJMS Varda is also 20 lakhs. Tata Memorial, there is a 10 lakh seat leaving penalty, and for private institute, obviously the seat lapses, so you'll have to pay the full 3 year fee. And the stipend is also mentioned here. It is between 65,791 to around 67,000 approximate. So this is pretty much about this. This part which mentions about Maharashtra, we have dealt with in detail. It is at this level we manage the entire counseling. ZyNerd always gives you absolute detailed information. We have our Telegram groups too. Join the Telegram groups, and more importantly, when the rules change or there are decisions to be made, we give absolute clarity on every part of it, looking at data over the last many rounds. We even look at data saying whether a round 1 candidate has joined in round 2, round 2 candidate has joined in round 3, what happened when they retained, etc. Everything is also data validated. Database validation happens because we are the source of almost all data that you see today in terms of PDFs or the clone portals, etc. ZyNerd is the source, and we updated the information till the end of the 2023 counseling. So you can join ZyNerd or at least explore what it offers. There might be many candidates who tell you that you can do it with PDFs, etc. At some point in time, yeah, you will be able to do it. They have the advantage of working on maybe other PDFs. They have a lot of time, but we provide an option where in crucial times of second round, etc., at the time of counseling, at the time of round 1, when decisions are to be made and each counseling has a gap of 5 days or 10 days, you can't be running around with hundreds of PDFs trying to figure out how every counseling happened. So you just go here to ZyNerd, click on closing ranks, look at the information in an instant by clicking on Maharashtra. Every round's information will be available. It just takes 5 to 10 seconds for every information. So you can select on 2022. We are going into Maharashtra PG Medical. We are selecting 2022. Now this gives every closing rank of Maharashtra for 2022. This is the state merit list rank. What does this mean? This particular street, Maharashtra, SGS Mumbai, radio diagnostic seat closed in at rank 6 in 2022 round 1. There were 2 seats and the last person to take the seat was state merit list rank 6. I click on this, it gives me the all India counseling rank of these candidates as well, and the 2 candidates who took these. Rank 2 and rank 6 took SGS MD RD seats and they were ranked 28 and 68. 6 is the closing rank. Now you don't have your state merit list as of now. As far as Maharashtra goes, there is incentives don't impact the open allotment. Basically, the non-in-service quota allotment, which is the open allotment, in-service doesn't impact. So what you want to know is possibly what is the all India rank of these candidates at any the closing ranks of all, but the closing ranks are required, but in not as state merit list ranks but as all India ranks. Go here and toggle, change this toggle to all India rank. You will have the closing ranks of all institutes, round 1, round 2, round 3. Stray vacancy round also we will be adding within the next 2 weeks. You can go ahead and check for your rank range. That is a very important thing. You can say my rank lies between 6,000 to my rank is 6,000. So I want to check all seats that close between 5,000 and 8,000 as a broad rank range. Usually a 15% is good. This will give you, even if one seat was allotted between 5,000 and 8,000, that will be available here. Next, you say I am interested only in general medicine. You can filter out general medicine. Instantly you will see all general medicine seats here. But what is relevant? You belong to a particular category and you are eligible for only that category. Let us say you belong to open category. Just select open alone. You will be seeing all the seats that closed in open category above 5,000. This will give you an idea when they closed in which round. It is pretty simple. Instead of going through PDFs, you just see that MAMER closed at 5,287 in the second round. And you go on to see that only these seats were available till this rank in government quota of Maharashtra, and some of them are private institutes. So you want only government institutes, filter out only government institutes. You want private institutes, you can filter out on private institute as well. Private institute, state university is what exists over here. You can filter out on these as well. Now there are certain seats which might have gone at higher ranks, possibly because the institute is not great. It also gives you an approximate preference order for all the institutes that you wish to look at. So this is how it closed. First was SGS in general medicine. Second was LTM Sion, Topiwala next. And this also clearly tells you who took those. Here there might be a confusion, but usually because of one seat somebody had taken, but otherwise there is a clear preference order across rounds which will also tell you Maharashtra candidates preferences. Still you can evaluate. This can be done for any course, like let's say I am taking general surgery, instantly I will be able to check general surgery. I may not get, I'm looking at rank for a ranker who is 6,000. Whether I will get pediatrics or not, just go and type in pediatrics. If you are only looking at government institute, select government institute, or here you can select Maharashtra government quota. You will get in an instant how many pediatric seats were available under open category, where it closed last year. Every information is available in an instant. You are looking at Maharashtra management quota seats at let us say a higher fee structure, and you are looking at if you are looking at management quota, select management over here and remove all the filters. So you will be able to see it. If you are, let's say, rank 20,000, look at any seat above 16,000 onwards, 20% or something rank range, and any seat that closed between 16,000 and 25,000 will be available for you, and you will see the fee structure at which it was available as well. So beyond this, we have institute level information on what refundable deposits need to be provided, what is a bond, what is the stipend across 3 years provided by the institute. Every information is available. For certain institutes alone, we are yet to get that information. We will try our level best to get it from candidates and update this data. And you can filter out on anything else that you want to. So this is how it works. The entire ZyNerd portal is absolutely useful to save a lot of time, especially in times of critical where time is very critical. You might not, might have 100 decisions to make, and you might not want data related, pulling out data to be an issue. We provide that entire information, including announcements and events on what are the latest notifications and what are the deadlines, etc. You can have a look at in ZyNerd. There is a demo video here. After you register, you will see this demo video even before you subscribe. Just click on the demo video. It will tell you very clearly how you can use ZyNerd in detail for every counseling. All 30 counselings, including the open state information, is available. You can have a look at it, and then in case you're interested, purchase the package. It will be available till the end of the admission sessions. So that is pretty much. I'm sure there have been some queries. At least we'll look at the queries that are there. Just hold on. In case you have any queries, just post the queries. We'll just quickly check the queries. Telangana state counseling process, yeah, we'll do that next. I think that is one query. The other queries that have come up on directly on Hello ZyNerd and the Telegram group, one is on round 2. After being allotted in round 2, whether I'll be able to resign the seat. See, there is no concept of resignation. Once you join the seat, you may not be able to resign. Don't assume that you will be able to resign. We are yet to check on that. But once you are allotted a seat and you join, you will not be able to participate in round 3 of Maharashtra. That is a very critical thing that this data also provides you. If you look at Maharashtra PG Medical, you will see that there are, you can clearly see that in we have 2021 data as well, but we are picking up 2023 for reference. In round 3, there might be some courses where there is a shift. Let us say candidates know that these seats are available in round 3, and therefore there might have been a shift in certain courses. Those you have to be very clear about when you are looking at further information. We'll just get you some courses where there were shifts last year in Maharashtra. So some of these that you see over here, like Grand Medical College had anesthesia seats which are available, and then you have the non-clinical seats or paraclinical seats, basically, which had shifts in later rounds. So those you have to be very clear, because like in Grand Medical College, there was an EAWS service seats which went on a lot higher. OBC ENT seat which was taken as 14,000 but went on till 29,000 because this candidate waited till mop-up. But these are very minimal in Maharashtra. So that needs to be taken into account when you are taking a call between R2 of state, then go back to All India mop-up and then come back to Maharashtra. Here you should also understand that Maharashtra does not allow All India mop-up allotted candidates to participate in Maharashtra mop-up. If you are allotted and you don't join too, but if you are allotted in All India mop-up, you are not eligible for Maharashtra counseling. So as far as All India goes, All India based rules go. All India round 2 allotted candidates are not eligible for Maharashtra state R2 or any further counseling. All India mop-up are round 2 allotted and joint candidates. All India round 2 allotted and joint candidates are not eligible for Maharashtra state R2 or Maharashtra's further state counselings. All India mop-up, just by being allotted, you become ineligible for any other Maharashtra state counselling. So be very clear about those parts. We will also be explaining that in detail, and we are very detailed that way. So keep following ZyNerd as well. I think there might have been another query. Yes, if we had explained it in the starting, the first part of the video on eligibility, if you are a student from Maharashtra, did MBBS from outside from Maharashtra, you are eligible if your MBBS was through All India quota, 15% All India quota in government institutes or in central universities or in AIMS. Only in these 3 scenarios, if you did your MBBS from outside of Maharashtra and you are a domicile of Maharashtra, you would be eligible. Basically, your MBBS is not from AAQ, not from AIMS or central universities, you are not eligible. Otherwise, you are eligible if you are a Maharashtra domicile candidate. Telangana also we will come up with later. We are also looking at, we will be doing Uttar Pradesh tomorrow, and we will also may possibly be doing Gujarat and Punjab. Punjab is a little complicated. We will be doing that. Maharashtra, see, one major reason why information will help you out in Maharashtra is to take the All India round 2 decisions, whether they to come back to Maharashtra or not. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu are 2 states where ranks run in parallel. basically it's all India round 1, state round 1, then all India round 2, neck to neck there will be ranks of closure. So basically it is almost like state round 1, many candidates shifting to all India round 2, and all India round 2, many candidates leave the seat and come back to state round 2. So those information will be available in ZyNerd. We'll try to get as much information as possible like we did last year, and many candidates across Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu usually use this information to take right decisions to move on to state R2 as well. So thank you so much for watching. I think this, I hope this session was informative. Do join the Telegram group first to know what information is provided. It is a free to access Telegram group, and then look at ZyNerd as well for complete counseling support as far as information and guidance on processes go. All the best.